Hello everybody, today I have got this book Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy, and if your dream is to eat beautiful and delicious frogs, you gotta read this book. That's a joke, of course, maybe a bad one. Anyway, this book is not about eating frogs, it's about productivity and time management. So this book has got 21 ways which will help you to increase your productivity and get more done in those limited 24 hours you have every day. So today I will share 3 underestimated lessons from this book. Underestimated because we all know it, but we don't follow these things. And to ensure that this video does not get boring, I will try to make the video shorter, maybe less than 5 minutes. Now, let's begin with the first lesson. If you don't plan your day in advance, you will find it difficult to be productive and get more done in that day. You may not remember what you have to do, and even if you do remember, you may procrastinate it. Hence, this lesson tells you to plan before sleeping at night by making a list of everything you have to do the next day. It would be better if you write them down on a paper, because writing, I don't know how to explain this, but when you will experience this, that writing makes it less likely for you to forget and increases the chances of getting them done. This simple activity will make your day productive and organized. And you have to do it every day. Identify what you have to do tomorrow and make a list of those activities before sleeping at night. Just to give you an example, I will show you how my list looks like. So today is 4th December 2021 and I have made this plan for 5th December 2021, that is tomorrow. And here is the list of every major thing which I am going to do tomorrow. You will find some small activities like learning 2 words for improving vocabulary, practicing touch typing to increase typing speed, and posting on social media of exports, diary entry. All of these are less time consuming. Then there are also more time consuming activities like writing a blog post for exports, which may take 2 to 3 hours or more, writing for clients, which will also take 3 to 4 hours. There are other things like exercising, meditating, or reading books. So yeah, this is the thing, and I have been doing this for a year now, and I use this copy for this purpose only, to make a list of everything which I am going to do the next day. To be honest, I would say sometimes I miss some of the days, and other than that I just try to do it every day, and it helps me to make my day organized and productive. Most of us complain that we don't get enough time. We wish that if only we had more time, we would have changed everything. So basically we blame everything on the shortage of time. I can't start my business because I don't have enough time. I can't take care of my health because I don't have enough time. Ozone layer is depleting because I don't have enough time. Global warming is getting serious because I don't have enough time. Here's a fun fact. You will never have enough time to do everything. You can't do everything because your time is limited, your energy is limited. But you will always have sufficient time to do what is the most important, what truly matters. So you will have to find those important and meaningful things, focus on them, and let everything go. Now, since the work you are going to do is important and meaningful, most probably it will be difficult. Well, that's a sad reality of life. Important things are rarely easy. And you already know that morning is the best time for doing difficult things. So do those important things early in the morning. And it's a powerful strategy. When you try to do those difficult things in the morning, you would easily accomplish them. And if there is any time left, you can go for not so important things on your list. And don't try to do easy things in the morning. If you do that, you may find yourself procrastinating on the difficult stuffs. Just few days ago, I was reading an interesting fiction book, and I was so much into it that I was not able to put it down. I even found myself reading in the morning, and once I did that, I was reading it the whole day, avoiding every other work, and that's the problem. Reading fiction books is an easy task which is not the most important for me, so I had to control myself somehow, and I did that only after I finished reading the book. But the point is, you have to focus on the most important things and do them early in the morning. The third and the last lesson is all about focusing your attention on what you do, so that you can do deep work and get the most out of every minute. and it's only possible if you work in a distraction-free environment. The most common distraction is your phone, so keep it in silent mode or flight mode when you work. Or if you constantly get the urge to check your phone, then keep it in another room until you finish your work. And another thing is, don't check your email or social media early in the morning. These are some of the things which you can do to eliminate distractions and work attentively. I am speaking this from my own experience. Now you might think that checking your Instagram for likes, follows or messages only takes a few seconds. So what's the harm in that? But the problem is not the time. The real problem is attention. I have learned this from 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, that attention is as important as your time. If you have time but you don't have attention, then it's equivalent to not having your time. Checking Instagram may only take 30 seconds, but your attention may remain there for hours. And then if you try to focus on doing something difficult, you will struggle to concentrate and your productivity will decrease. Long story short, prepare yourself for deep work by eliminating all the possible distractions. So these are the 3 main takeaways from the book Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. I hope you found it valuable, and let me know in the comments if you have read any book on productivity that you would suggest everyone to read. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel where I talk about books. Thanks for staying with me. Meet you in the next video.